Hey guys, so I wanted to get on here to go over a little bit what's going to happen tomorrow and kind of what I want to see come out of meeting this new fertility doctor. So for starters, we had to see a new fertility specialist, aka a reproductive endocrinologist, because my former RE is no longer practicing, which I'm very, very, very upset about, and that's a whole nother video. But I do want to kind of go over why we are going back to the fertility specialist instead of kind of doing more methods at home. Let's see here. My daughter was born in 2015 and we never prevented. So basically it happened whenever it happens. So we really started trying about a year ago. About a year ago. And September of 2018, we decided to try, I don't even know where it's at, but we decided to try a new, well, it's not new, but it was new to me, a new TTC aid. It's an at-home OTC, over-the-counter fertility aid. It's called Stork. So we tried that, and it's kind of like an at-home IUI without actually inseminating. So we tried that out and got pregnant on the first try of trying that out. I found out October 1st that I was pregnant. And unfortunately, October 5th, I started bleeding and having, what they call a spontaneous abortion, which I hate that word, but so I was having a miscarriage. My numbers were kind of wonky to begin with. My very first beta blood work was only a 3, and my progesterone was dangerously low, and they were still considering that negative. And there was no way that was negative because on my pregnancy test, they were positive. So I said, I will be back in 48 hours for another blood test. So I went back 48 hours later and it was at a 15. Again, with my progesterone dangerously low. At that point, I already started spotting, and I declined the progesterone because I knew that since I was already spotting, things were going south. So, I went back another 48 hours later, but unfortunately, actually, I didn't go back 48 hours later. Like a day later, the bleeding picked up really, really, really heavy. I was having a lot of pains in my left side, so I went to the ER, and they did blood work, ultrasound, this and that. They didn't find a gestational sac, unfortunately, but my blood work came back at a 29, and just the day before it was at a 15. So the numbers were kind of doubling. Actually, they were doubling, and the doctor is just like, this could just be pregnancy bleeding, or it could be a miscarriage, an early miscarriage, and I want you to take it easy, and check up with your doctor tomorrow. So, unfortunately, that was a Friday, so I couldn't check up with my doctor until that Monday. Did blood work that Monday, came back at only a 17. So my numbers were dropping, and I was losing the pregnancy. I was very, very, very upset because it felt like our only shot. And how we did it naturally, it made me feel like I was on top of the world, I guess. So in that sense, I was happy that we actually got pregnant on our own, but extremely sad because I was losing the baby, or I lost the baby. Monday night, I had a huge blood clot. It was about like this big. Oh, probably like this big. About the size of like a large grape. And that's when I knew that the miscarriage was ending, because I had that blood clot come out. The next few days, my cycle, I guess you would want to call it, or I guess my bleeding slowly went down. So I knew that the miscarriage was almost over, and it was time to start healing. We decided that we were not going to try that next month. We were going to give ourselves a couple more months. But the reason I had this miscarriage just because of very, very dangerously low progesterone. My progesterone was only at a 0.8. And that's dangerously low. That has always been my problem. With a previous miscarriage that I had in 2007, before I even knew that I had PCOS or what PCOS was, I was young, I was 17, I was a child still. But, and that was because of low progesterone as well, because my progesterone was super, super low. So, that it was the whole reason why I miscarried last baby and the reason why I miscarried the baby in October as well. So they decided, okay, since you are going to keep trying, I want you to be on progesterone. And I was so excited about it because I really wanted that. Because I knew I was on progesterone after my IUI with my daughter and on progesterone until I was 13 weeks pregnant with my daughter. Along with when I went into early labor at 18 weeks, they put me on progesterone until 26 weeks. I believe, yeah, it was 26 weeks. So that progesterone is really familiar to me. I know all about the progesterone. I know what it does to my body. It keeps the baby alive and it keeps the baby thriving. So we started back and tried again in December with the Stork OTC again, and it failed. Didn't end up in pregnancy. We also tried in January of this year. It failed. It didn't end up in pregnancy either. So I was kind of discouraged. I'm like, wow, it works the first time, but why didn't it work, you know, December or January? So it had me thinking, maybe when I ovulate, it's totally different. Like I can go from ovulating really good and really strong to ovulating really low and just kind of peewee, I guess is the word I want to use. But tomorrow we do go see the new fertility specialist. I have high hopes because I know what worked for me when I got pregnant with my daughter. And, I really want to try, what I'm going to talk to him about tomorrow is I really want to try an unmedicated cycle. And what I mean is next week I'm actually supposed to ovulate. From what, I'm on my phone, never mind. From what my app says, I am supposed to ovulate next week, the end of next week. So basically, I would really like him just to monitor me and to monitor my follicle growth and to see if anything gets big enough. And if it gets big enough, maybe trigger, which I did a trigger with my daughter, which is a shot, and do a trigger and an IUI. So maybe doing something like that would help. Maybe we can get pregnant kind of on our own without much medication. And if that doesn't work, then I definitely want to try Femara. I've heard really good things about Femara. Now, if you're not close to me, you really don't know what happened when I was trying with my daughter. They tried Clomid on me. I had really, really, really bad side effects on Clomid. And unfortunately, it did not work. I didn't really do anything on it besides getting terrible side effects. I got really suicidal, terrible mood swings, terrible hot flashes. I was very nauseous. So my old RE definitely said, we are not trying this again. And we went straight into injections. I was doing Follistim, Avidrel, which is your trigger, Gonal, and I need to print all my stuff off for tomorrow. Let's see here. I was doing, so Follistim, Gonal, oh my goodness. And then the trigger and the progesterone after the IUI. The first Follistim cycle didn't take because I was only on 50 milligrams or 50 IUs or something like that. The second, though, I was on 100 and it worked. So if by chance the Femara doesn't work, I'll try a cycle or even 2 cycles of Femara. If it does not work, then I will definitely want to go back into Follistim and do it because I have a high hope for Follistim. It worked for me with my daughter, so I have high hopes it'll work to get this next baby. So basically that's what I'm going to talk to him about tomorrow. I want to know his success rates with IUI, with PCOS, and having male factor infertility. Stanley does have male factor as well. So it's not just me in this whole process. It makes me feel a little bit better, I guess, knowing that it's just not me who's broken. So we will go tomorrow and we will talk to him about all of the possibilities and hopefully come out tomorrow with a smile on my face and I know my treatment plan. I'm hoping. I'm really, really, really hoping, because this is huge. A lot of you guys don't know, but if you're really close to me, you do. I have a gene mutation that causes breast cancer. And if you guys don't know me personally, my mother had breast cancer. And my second cousins had breast cancer. So it's kind of, you know, and my aunt, you know, it's just kind of like in the second, I don't know, it's when I did the genetics testing and they told me that I have the ATM gene mutation, I really just wanted to end it right there. I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm going to get cancer. Cancer, really? But I've come to acknowledge the fact that I have this gene. So, since it's a spontaneous gene mutation, it's a freak thing because my mom doesn't have it. My sister doesn't have it. So basically, I'm sitting here like just a sitting duck. Like, are you kidding me? I'm the only one with this gene mutation and it's a freak thing. And I don't know what to do about it. All I know is that I have to have my breast whacked by the time I'm 32.
Mommy!
My daughter's trying to come in. Yes, baby. Mommy's busy. Sit right there in your chair. So, basically... Okay, we go get your tablet or something, okay? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do a video, and she likes to walk in when I do it. So, basically, I'm turning 30 this year. So, I want to breastfeed, and I want to extend breastfeed extendedly. I want to do it for as long as I possibly can. And because they say even when you breastfeed that the chances of having breast cancer, it lowers because you're breastfeeding. So I would love, y'all hear that? I can't edit this video because my laptop is dead. So therefore you guys are getting the whole unedited version. She's all upset because she can't find her tablet. It's sitting right over here. Anyway, so basically this year is it, or it's basically a no-go. And we got to get this done. And I know I shouldn't have probably waited this long, but we were enjoying our daughter. She's going to be 4 this year. And I was enjoying her and teaching her. And I always told myself I'm not having another baby until my first is out of diapers. And Gracie has been potty trained for almost a year now. So it is time. And Stanley's not getting any younger. He's 32. So it's time, and I'm ready, and I'm very, very nervous. And when I say nervous, I messaged my nurse, my on-call nurse. I have my own personal nurse through my insurance company. And I messaged her with a complete rant. I'm that nervous because I'm going in here with this new doctor. It's kind of like going in to your very first fertility appointment. You know, and this isn't my first rodeo. I know what's going to happen. I know he's going to have to go through all of the testing again with me because it's been so long. But I'm going in here meeting this new doctor and trying to figure out what my new treatment plan is. I am 30 pounds heavier than what I was when we started trying to get pregnant with Gracie, fertility wise. So it's very overwhelming, and I feel bad for myself because this is going to be a whole nother journey, and trying to get pregnant with my daughter was so mentally and physically exhausting. I know it's going to happen again. So having support from my friends and my family is going to be the biggest thing possible, because with Gracie, I really didn't document a lot of going through my fertility treatments, my pregnancy, nothing like that. But this time around, I know I'm going to need that support because I know what I went through. She's so upset about her tablet. Because I know what I went through. And I know the thoughts that I had in my head. So this time around, I will need all kinds of support, and that's why I'm reaching out to you guys. You guys are going to be my main support. So, as my friends, as my family, as people I have never met in my life, I am going to thank you because I know you will be there. And I know I will have people to fall back on when something doesn't work properly. It's like I'm trying to keep this video under 15 minutes, but now we are at 15 and a half minutes. So, with that being said, tomorrow is the day. Pray for me. Pray for great news. Pray for this that I'm going to like this doctor, because I heard some pretty bizarre stories about him, but he's the only fertility doctor in my area. So pray that I don't lose my shit on him, because let's face it, I am very outspoken. So just pray. Or give me some kind thoughts or something like that, because tomorrow is going to be a very, very big day and full of some information and full of a lot of things. I will get it, baby. So with that being said, I am...
my phone.
Yes. With that being said, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to upload this video. And Gracie, she's probably going to come say hi. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Grayson.
Your name is Gracelyn? Okay. What are we going to go do tomorrow?
To buy new toys.
We're going to go buy new toys. Are we going to go to the doctor so Mommy can have another baby? So you can, what do you want? Do you want a brother or do you want a sister?
Sister.
You want a sister, yeah.
Baby in tummy?
No, baby's not in my tummy, but we're going to hope a baby gets in Mommy's tummy, okay?
I'm so excited. Okay.
Tell everybody, say, I want a baby.
I want a baby. Sleep with me.
You want a baby to sleep with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And baby wake up.
Yeah.
Baby love me.
Yeah, the baby will love you. Are you going to be a good big sister?
I be him.
You're going to change them?
Yep. I play diapers.
Change the diapers? Are you going to feed them? Okay, give me kisses. Now, if that's not cute, I don't know what is.